Hello everyone, welcome back to 3 Minute Theology for a new year. With it being our first video for the year, I wanted to ask you the question, what are you looking forward to or anticipating for 2021? For some of you it might be the birth of a new child, it might be a wedding you're holding, or looking forward to maybe a new job. Whatever it might be, if we've learnt anything from last year, it was that many things are outside of our control. We cannot control the weather, we cannot completely control disease, and we cannot control when someone might pass away and not be in our lives anymore. And yet the Bible constantly reminds us that to know God is to know the one who controls all things. What took place last year was no surprise to God. He knows all things and allows certain things to be used to stretch and shape his people into the people he longs us to be. And we need to be reminded of this often. All too often we have an overinflated view of our own knowledge and understanding of events and circumstances, and we fail to acknowledge sometimes the one who controls all things and uses it for his glory. After having a similar year to that of 2020, Job was counseled by his friends and eventually confronted by God. And God reminded Job of who he was in comparison to who God was and what God had done. And Job had his perspective changed to the point where he could say about God, "I know that you can do all things and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted." Instead of being focused on his circumstances, Job was reminded to look to the one who holds all circumstances in his hands and to continue to trust God. We don't know what 2021 is going to be like, but God does. We don't know what tomorrow or next week will bring, but God does. And so I want to encourage you to continue trusting God even when circumstances seem to get you down. And also to encourage others to do the same, even if they're believers with you or not. Encourage people to trust in God for this week, this month, this year, and into eternity. Through the ministry of Jesus on the earth, God shows us that he is in control of all circumstances, even death. And so trust God. There's a thought for 3 minutes for 2021.